Hello everyone, my name is Arun. Welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be talking to you all about a module in Python called as PyDictionaries, or just plainly dictionaries. This module is actually a GitHub repository project developed and written by a person named Istvan Patsor. He has many repositories and one of them is this, and here what he does is that he gives a new Python module which is a re-implementation of all the existing dictionaries available with a lot more features. So here he gives 5 dictionary implementations, namely the normal dictionary, the standard one with modifications, an order dictionary, and two frozen versions of the above dictionaries, namely the frozen dictionary and the frozen order dictionary, and finally a read-only dictionary proxy. And now, along with this, he also gives you a slightly better and enhanced version of the copy method that works along with these dictionaries. So now I'll talk about the installation, and then I'll proceed with the example. So to install it, you just have to open up a terminal. I think I'll open up Terminator. How did I keep that? Yeah. And okay, let me zoom this up better. And you just have to type pip install. It requires pip installer, so have that install, and then type pip install dictionaries presenter. And for me, I have already installed, so I get this message. If it's not installed, this will automatically download all the requirements and install it for you. Alright, so afterwards you can exit, and once you have that, you're good to go. And now what you can do is open up any editor of your choice. I'm using PyCharm. You can use any editor of your choice, and then we can directly import this import this module and start using it. So let's get started. So I've increased the font, and let me go to the presentation mode so that you can clearly see it's easy to see what's happening. A new implementation of dictionaries tutorial. Alright, so let's import them. So from dictionaries, there are 5 of them, so I'm just going to import the major ones, namely the dictionary. So if I were to import it, there are a few of them. So there's a dictionary, and then there is frozen dictionary, and there is an order dictionary. So I'm not going to import that, and there's also a frozen order dictionary, so let that be as it is. And then there is this read-only dictionary proxy, so I'm going to import these 3. I'm going to talk about them. So in Python, making a dictionary is simple. So just to brush up, I'll say you say dictionary to be some value t, variable d. You put in 2 curly brackets, and then you put the first key, and then you put in quotes, and then you put a colon, and then you type the value. So this is your key colon value, comma, and then if you want to add another entry, just type another key colon other value for it. Let's say I have a basket with 5 apples and 6 oranges. Fair enough. So this is my dictionary. So if I were to print it out, I can just say print d. And I also wanted to look at the type of D. So I can use print D and then type of D, and then just run it normally. And there you go. This is my normal dictionary with 5 apples and 6 oranges. Okay. That's a pretty standard one. Let's use the new dictionary one. So dictionary class. Okay, and now let's say d1 equals dict. So that's how we start. You can say, instead of writing all the curly brackets and keywords, you can directly write all the names. I'll put all the assignments after a comma, just like a function. So just like a function call or passing parameters into a module. Just type apple equals 5, and then orange equals 6, and there you go. You're done with this. So you can just copy this and paste this line over here, and this is d1 instead of d. There you go. And now let me run this out, and there you go. And check this out. this dictionary, this is the first dictionary, that's D, so it's apple 5 orange 6, and look at the class, it's plain dictionary class from Python. Whereas this one over here, it's again a dictionary with the same values. The only thing is it's a slightly different implementation of the dictionary. So it's not the basic Python dictionary, so to speak, but rather a new class. So it builds on top of the already existing dictionary class. So it has its own different class, so to speak. Alright, now that's about this. That's the beginning. Thing is, what else you have here? Is this the only modification? Not exactly. So let's see how we can append data. So let's say a friend of mine gave me some kiwi. Let's say hypothetically one of my friend went to New Zealand or Australia and brought me some kiwi. So nice of that. So nice of him. So I can do that over here. So now my basket has 4 kiwis as well. So I can import this with the standard notation like this. So bracket, inside I put a keyword and then write kiwi and then I put it 4. So now let me print this out and let me run this. Okay, so now this is the same dictionary, so now it has 4 kiwis as well. Cool. Now let's say my friend became a little more generous and then he also gave me some strawberries. By the way, I mean, I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Do strawberries grow in Australia? I don't know. Just let me know if it is growing. Let me know. Okay. So this is a non-standard notation. So here, if you notice, there's no key called as strawberry inside. So you can just directly put a dot and then add a new keyword and then put an assignment directly like this. So this also works. Just to check it out, if I were to run this, check this out. Now this dictionary over here, D1, has 5 apples, 6 oranges, 4 kiwis and 10 strawberries. Cool. So it supports a standard notation append and as well as a non-standard notation append. This is the new one. So this one's a bit easy to write without trying to worry about the brackets and all. So this is a bit aesthetically pleasing for the user, in my opinion. Anyway, going on, let's try to edit the entries. So let's say after my friend gave me 4 kiwis and 10 strawberries, nice of him, and he actually ate 1 apple this is without taking my permission. That is so rude of him, isn't it? So this is a standard notation. I know an apple a day keeps a doctor away, but asking permission looks good, right? Anyway, moving on. Do you think the apples will instead of 5 will become 4? Check it out. It turns out it does get changed. So by standard notation you're able to modify. And now let's say a friend of mine, since I scolded my friend for apples, he apologized and then gave me another orange. Okay, so I mean, in my basket initially I had 6 oranges, now I have 7. Okay, so this is the non-standard notation. My apologies, I was angry at my friend. Okay, do you think this will work as well? Just check it out. Yes, it does work. Now the apples are 4, oranges are 7, kiwis are 4, and strawberries are 10. Cool. Now this works just perfectly. So this is the new addition from the dictionary class over here. It helps you to wrap the dictionaries using the functional methods, which might be already there. It helps you to append them it gives you another option to append entries and edit entries using the non-standard notation. It also supports the classical notation as well. Alright, now let them be as it is. Okay, so let me print out a line over here. New dictionary, and let me copy this line and print over here frozen dictionary. So let's start talking about the frozen dictionaries here. Okay, frozen dictionaries. So let's say I create a dictionary fd1. Okay, and this time I'm collecting flowers. So let's say I have a frozen dictionary and I have lily. Let's say I have 10 lilies and then 5 jasmine flowers. So I have a dictionary like this. So let me just print this dictionary up and see what's happening. So this is fd1 and this is fd2. Let's run them up, see what's happening. So beyond you can ignore these ones because these are all the repetitions from the top. But look at this, the frozen dictionary. It says lily 10, jasmine 5, and if you observe carefully, the class is different. It says dictionaries.frozen dictionary. It's understood because it's a different class, so to speak. But another thing is, you see this wrapper around like a tag. This wrapper is absent in these already the above dictionaries. So what this wrapper essentially does is it prevents the entries of this dictionary to be modified afterwards. Thereby, now this dictionary is immutable. Now if you were to go and change anything, you cannot change this dictionary at all. So if you want to add entries or even change entries, it's not possible. So just to give you an example, let's go and append something. In my basket I get rose, for instance. I get two roses. Let me try to run this. Again, this will throw an error. Watch. This will throw an error. It says attribute error. A frozen dictionary object has no attribute rows. And no attribute rows, so it doesn't work. And the error came up in line number 31, which is true enough, line number 31. So it cannot append. I think I'm pretty bad at typing today. Anyway, it says fd1 rows to this didn't work out, so let me comment out this line. What if I do the standard way? Let's try that one as well. So let's say I do the same thing, 2 roses again. Now if I run this, again I get an error. It says frozen dictionary object does not support item assignment. So here when we tried rows, we initially thought by looking at the previous example that this might support it. It was not. Okay, it didn't support. And this, at least the standard method should work, right? It says from the object does not support item assignment. Interesting. So this does not work as well. So essentially the net conclusion is so you cannot append. Okay, let's try to edit them up. What am I typing? Edit fd1 dot lily, and let's say I have there are only 4 lilies because I gave 6 of them to my friend. Let's see if this throws an error or not. Yes, this does throw an error. It says a frozen dictionary object has no attribute lily. Fair enough. Okay, so not possible. And now I say fd1. Okay, I'll use the standard notation lily, and I say this to be 4 and 5. Hopefully this should work. Hoping. And it does not work either. It says object does not support item assignment. So clearly even this doesn't work. Okay, so clearly these are not possible. So the inference here is once you create a frozen dictionary, you cannot modify it afterwards. So even if you try to print it, it will just not work. So here you might ask me, so what's the advantage? These are used for creating constants or making dictionary contents constant during while passing. between two functions. So that's the clean idea to go. So if you want to create constant dictionaries, I mean there's a bunch of constants, let's say, you just just define them in a frozen dictionary and then use the values as it is. Okay. On the other hand, if you want to pass them out, you can also do it. So, but on the other hand, okay, if I want to print them out, let's see. Do you think this will work? fd1 dot lily and then fd1 jasmine. Let's try this out whether this works or not. Okay, we're not modifying it. Let's see whether at least we can use these values. Yes, we can use these values. So lily is 10 and jasmine is 5, so we are able to use them. So this gives you an idea to use these values without actually modifying them. Clean. And now with this, we'll wind this up. We'll go to the last topic for today, which is actually the read-only dictionary proxy. Read-only dictionary proxy. Okay, so read only. Okay, now what this does is a bit initially it was a bit tricky, but now I've been trying this for a few minutes. It makes sense totally. So let me create two dictionaries first. Let's say I create a true dictionary. Okay, instead no more flowers and fruits. Let's say I'm going to a zoo. Okay, where there are, okay, I see monkeys. Come on, which are six in number, and there are lions, which are 3 in number. Okay, and now let that dictionary be as it is. Now let me create a proxy dictionary. Alright, so this is going to be my original my true dictionary, but there's going to be typecast around it. It's called as read-only dictionary proxy. Okay, now what I do is just print these two dictionaries out. So I already have a code here, so let me type this because of the want of time. Okay, let me run this and see what's happening over here. Okay, so you just have to worry about this read-only dictionary proxy. So it says the true dictionary printed out as 6 monkeys and okay, that's my thing. Okay, 6 monkeys and 3 lions, fair enough. And the read-only dictionary also has 6 monkeys and 3 lions, fair enough. But there's a catch here. You see, unlike the previous dictionary, this again has a wrapper around, just like what we have around the frozen dictionary. So this wrapper is a read-only wrapper. Thereby, you cannot edit the proxy dictionary. Okay. Now here you're saying, hey, can't I just use read-only? Can't I just use a frozen dictionary if I wanted to? Why do I need the proxy dictionary? Well, for that, you'll get that if you understand what's going to about the mechanics that's going to follow. Modify. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the original dictionary. So let's say I went to another part of the zoo where I saw some tigers as well. Okay, cheetahs. Okay, let's see. I see cheetahs as well. There I saw, say, 4 cheetahs. Okay, original dictionary. And now let me copy it and paste it. Okay, now if one were to make a normal guess, okay, just based on this information, one might think that the true dictionary will have 3 entries, whereas the proxy dictionary will have 2 entries, right? Actually, this works a little differently. Now watch. Earlier, before modifying, the original dictionary has 2 entries and even the proxy dictionary has 2 entries. Whereas after this addition, cheetah, okay, the original dictionary has 3 entries, and the proxy dictionary also has 3 entries. What just happened over here? Now just pause for a minute and then think what's happening. Here I'm just this proxy dictionary is a copy of the original dictionary with a wrapper around. So I'm essentially making this proxy dictionary to be unreadable, immutable. Alright, but that's not the only thing that happened. There is some kind of a link between the true dictionary and the proxy dictionary. So what actually happens is you cannot directly change the proxy. You cannot change the proxy dictionary, but if we change the true dictionary, all the changes to the true dictionary will be reflected to the proxy dictionary. Changes are reflected in the proxy dictionaries. And why I mean proxy dictionaries is because even if you get multiple copies of multiple proxy dictionary copies of the original dictionary, one correction to the correction or addition to one the true dictionary will cause the corrections to be reflected in all the others. Okay, so thereby I just made one correction over here, and that correction got repeated in all the other dictionaries. Interesting, right? And now let me try the other way around. Let's say I modify the proxy dictionary. I'll modify the proxy dictionary. So let's say proxy dictionary, let me go with the standard way. So let's say monkey. Let's say one of the monkeys gave birth and so when the monkeys count became 7. Do you think this will work? Check it out. This will throw an error. It says read-only dictionary proxy object does not support item assignment. So this won't work. So if I were to try the standard, this is the standard method. So let me try the non-standard method, wherein I just put a dot. So since this doesn't work, let me at least try this. This won't work either. It says object has no attribute monkey. There you go. So this won't work. So the key takeaway point is cannot modify the proxy dictionary. Okay, directly. So why this is useful? Let's say you're writing some programs wherein you have the original, you have some data values that you only have to keep it, but when you're sending when you're sending the values to others should not be able to tamper those data. Okay, only you are allowed to change the data. Okay, so in those cases, having a true dictionary and a proxy dictionary pair is useful, and in those cases this read-only dictionary proxy is useful. What actually happens here is if you make a true dictionary, whatever corrections you make it get reflected to the other proxy dictionaries. Okay, but the proxy dictionary itself cannot be modified. So what you can do is you can keep the original dictionary asset with yourself and keep it safe, whereas you can send the proxy dictionaries to other subroutines, means other functions or other programs or modules. Thereby they will not be other programs cannot have the provisions to modify this. Alright, so and this is not the only one. If I were to make multiple copies of the proxy dictionaries as well and proceed with it, it will just work. It will work the same. No matter how many proxy dictionaries I create, all of them are linked to this true dictionary. And if I make a correction to the true dictionary, all the proxies get reflected by the change in the true dictionary. Okay, so that's the advantage of this one. There's also a copy method available in this page. So it's at the bottom. Okay, where it helps you to copy the dictionary contents from one dictionary to another, and in the process you can also modify the entries in it. Alright, other than that, this helps you to just work along with. I mean, this is pretty simple, so to speak. Now this repository, I'm not sure whether it's active right now. So far it's healthy and its build is good. The code quality is nice. The health is 100%, so it's under good license, so it's fine. But one thing that actually concerns me is that the last commit happened like 1.5 years ago from the date of this recording. So that I'm a bit concerned about. If this is getting worked often, I would say that this might be supportive, but I'm not sure whether this will be available in the future. I mean, it's worth, I mean, as long as it's working, it's good to use. But if at all this project has been abandoned, let's say, I wouldn't suggest you keep working with it. For now, I feel this works fine. Anyway, one more key information here is all these features I mentioned about, these are just features of this particular dictionary module. There might be other modules which contain even better sophisticated features. Okay, if you find something, put it down or mention in the comments. It's worth watching, worth looking at. Okay, so I'm not saying this is the best one out there. This is one implementation of the concept, so to speak. Okay, so have fun with this. Hope this sorts out a lot of questions and queries that you might have for dictionaries. And that's all I have for you all in this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time in another interesting video. Till then, take care.